All
Yeah, you
right.
good.
Hey, welcome. It's Tuesday night, not Thursday night, and I think this is the second or third Tuesday night we've done, and we're kind of changing it up. It'll be probably 3 weeks before I do another one. I'll tell you why in a few minutes, but we're really excited about having you here. We want to welcome you to Seaforth Marketplace, and if you're new, man, we just want you to relax. You know what? You're going to get back with the person that invited you. He'll follow up, maybe answer any questions. Normally, what what we like to do in these events or these Zooms is answer more questions, as many questions as we possibly can, so that people can make a quality decision on whether this is what they are interested in doing or not interested in doing, or maybe something they'll pick up and do in the future. And so, like I said, we want to welcome you Tuesday night. We're here in Lake City, Florida. I'm Charlie Calb. I've got Alan Lassiter and my buddy here from Orlando, and we're Tom Cloran, and we're just kind of hanging out a little bit in the garage, and you know what, like you, maybe just relaxing a little bit, going, okay, if this is all it can be, what's the possibilities? And that's always the way I like to start a meeting. What if? What if? And, I've done this for a number of years. Mr. Brig Hart's been my mentor since 1986. Some of us been, Tom, we've been fraternity brothers for 50 years. So, it's nice to have people that and you can count on. And, if you haven't understood the way networking works, or really the world works, it's all about people and relationships. And so I love that this is a business that's based on, good relationships. If you got a friend, and normally your friends do what friends do. And so, don't be afraid if you're on tonight to call somebody and go, hey, I'm looking at something, looks like it can help some people and make some money, or I'm looking at something, you ever thought about doing something else? And, kind of keep it simple, but don't be afraid, because you're two people away. I want you to know, just talking to the guys that were on earlier, the girls that are on, ladies that are on, you're two people away from changing your destiny. Why can I say that? Well, because in 1986, I was a real estate broker. Interest rates went to 22%. I was losing my house, my car, my rental properties. And a guy just walked up and said, you ever thought about doing something else? I looked at him, I said, is it legal? And he goes, does it matter? I said, no, I need the money. And so I know those people that are on tonight probably aren't in that position. But if you were, what would you do? And that was kind of the way it was. I had the number one real estate company, 30 agents. I just bought a new car. I had two daughters, and, they were all in drill team, and they were doing all kinds of stuff. And all of a sudden, I went from making good money to nothing overnight. That's happening to a lot of people. I just heard, companies laying off 10,000, 15,000 people. And these are companies that are well known around the world. Things are changing pretty quickly. And we got a big week coming up, election coming. And I just know that, you know what? I just sent a note to a friend of mine, asked me if I voted. I said, absolutely, I voted. And, Jesus is Lord. So I'm really not worried about who gets in or who doesn't get in. I did my part. And so we want to welcome you to Seaforth Marketplace, and we're going to share some details. And really what we want to know is, why are you here? And only you can answer that question. We can kind of, I hope we're not trying to manipulate people. We're trying to inspire people. That's what happened to me in 1986 when I needed the money. Somebody came into my life. I came to a meeting like maybe you're watching tonight. It was Brig Hart was doing it, and I never met him before. And he was wild and crazy. And I go, I don't know about this thing, but I know that guy's having fun, and I'd like to have fun again and doing what I'm doing. And so it kind of gave me some curiosity. So I came to another meeting. And then finally, I kind of answered my own why. Why did I get in? Well, one, I needed the money. Two, I needed somebody to believe in me. That's kind of what happens in this kind of a network. Is networking in general, as people get in to inspire one another, to help one another. That's why not everybody will do this. This is not a corporate thing where you have to worry if you tell somebody else everything you know that you're going to lose your job. No, you tell somebody everything you know and you help them get where they want to go. That's how you succeed. You know, it's pretty interesting. It's kind of a little different than anything else out there. And I love that idea that through helping somebody else, I think it was Zig Ziglar said, help other people. If you help enough other people get what they want, you'll automatically get what you want. So why are you here? Are you here because you're interested in relationships? Are you here because you like to, you know, take a, as you're watching here, take your ultimate vacation? Are you here because you'd like to move into a better neighborhood for your children, put them in a better school? Or are you here because you'd like to earn a residual income? And, you know, now at my age, I mean, imagine having a residual income from networking that, you know, what's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for what I've done in the past. If I don't do another thing, I mean, I've built a residual income developing teams of people and doing what I'm doing tonight, you know, one person at a time. And don't get in a hurry, as Brig says, don't get in a hurry, relax. You know what? You know what? Just kind of continue like you're doing tonight to inspire yourself by getting the information you need. So, you know, earn residual income's where I'm at, 73 years old. You know what? I got grandchildren. I, you know, want to leave something for them. I've got real estate. I've got money in the bank. And what's that all worth? Really nothing unless, you know, you see some joy in it, and nothing if you don't feel good. That's what we're going to talk about, some great products in the next couple slides. And so answer that for yourself. Sit down, you and your wife, if you're both on board. If you're not, that's okay. Start making some money. She'll get on board. Start making some money. He'll get on board. That's the way it works. And so let's see what we've got and where we can go from here. You know, our concept is pretty simple. It's shop and save. And I would think that every person that, you know, that I know of, you know, I only put people in this industry or in this business that have good common sense. And I would think that everybody that I know, you know, most of them that are, you know, I'm not going to say they're all my age or older, but they're, you know, they're around this generation or a little younger. They all like to save money. My dad said $1, you know, actually he said a penny saved is a penny earned. Now you better be saying $1 saved is $1. Now you might be mean to say $100 saved is $100 earned, because things are moving so fast. Cost of things are giving out of hand. And, you know, people go, well, I'm going to save myself. No, we all need to make more money. Even at my age, I got Social Security. I got money's coming in from, you know, from my past businesses. I've got real estate. But listen, you know what? The last 5 years since COVID, all our money's worth 25% less than it was 5 years ago. So I like the idea that I can stay viable, that I still have something that I can do. And this is something you can do till you're 100. And so shop and save, you know, I'm always looking for a deal. My dad, I've kind of shared on this call before, this Zoom before, my dad used to pull out a wad of cash and he said, so this is all you need to know about money. It's better to have it in your pocket than somebody else's pocket. And I think that's a truism. You know, I'm not sure my dad's the only one that's ever said that, but that is something you need to jot down. It's better to have it in your pocket than somebody else's pocket. We're going to show you how that happens. And, you know, when I was younger, you know, I can't say that I was the brightest person, you know, that was around. But my dad, you know, he always made sure that he knew that, hey, he would tell me, he said, Charlie, you don't have to be real smart. And I go, well, thanks, Dad. Kind of hurt my feelings at first. But he was making a point, just like a point I want to make with y'all here, is that you don't have to be real smart. You just have to surround yourself with smart people. And so I don't know a better team of people than we have at Seaforth Marketplace, you know, at Stoplight Go. And that is, if you want to check Mark Seaforth and Frederick and Oscar and Scott and these guys out, hey, take a picture real quick on your phone, go check them out. These are all world-class individuals that have done world-class stuff in their life. And I'm going, man, I never even graduated college. And so, man, to get around people that are this smart, their heads should be this big, and it's not. Matter of fact, they're not arrogant, and they're not, you know, like a lot of guys with little heads are. You know, I'm going, these guys are people that I really enjoy listening to, and I really enjoy being around because they're humble. And they love what they're doing as much as I love what I'm doing tonight. And that's inspiring somebody to become the best they can, whether it's physical, financial, emotional, or spiritual. And so how are we going to do this? You know what? We got a business that's got some exceptional products. What does that mean? Well, since everybody's buying stuff every day, imagine buying your stuff and saving some money. Again, put more money back in your pocket, more money back into your family. And you know what kind of products we have? Products that you're buying tomorrow. You could be buying from yourself. We got about 7 or 8 categories. We keep adding more products. We'll talk about a few of them in a minute, but we're in the health and wellness industry. Health and wellness, is that a big deal? Help me say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, health and wellness. Performance and recovery. More important every day for guys my age, recovery is a big deal. Performance, we still got our heads like we're still 20, 30, or 40, but we just don't recover as fast. So I'm glad we got some products that really help us with that. Then we got a whole line of juvenile products. I'll share a little bit later about our Voyager portal, nutrition, sustainability, all these things that we are on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis purchasing. Imagine if we can purchase it for ourselves. And so, you know what? One of the products that we started with when we launched was a simple product called Blaze. It's a product that's patented. You put one of these little pills in your gas tank, you get 3 to 5 miles more per gallon. Well, what's that mean? Well, it means if you use these, you're going to save more than they cost. Is that a big deal? Well, I'd like to get my gas for almost free, by saving 3 or 4 or 5. Tom's saving like 10 miles per gallon. I mean, it was around the world. It went from here to somewhere in New York, and he goes, I got 38 miles or 40 miles to a gallon. The car normally gets 26. And I'm going, is that really true? He's going, yeah, he wrote it all down. I'm going, man, if we could really share that with them and tell them, that's why I'm telling you tonight, it's all real deal. Improves fuel economy, reduces harmful emissions, cleans and conditions your engine. Well, I don't know why I could put one of those. I saw Brig put 20 tablets in his $2.5 million motor coach. I think I can put it in my car without worrying about it. And so Blaze. And then we got, of course, our what I call one of our stalwart products, and that is our Acai Plus. In 2005, we brought the acai from Brazil. We had a product. We took that company to $1 billion in 3 years. And this is that same product on steroids because we've added immune support, help ease inflammation and joint health. We've added products to this to make it even better and make it more, for guys' lives, more physically attuned for your body, to help your body with things that, 30 fruits and vegetables. How many fruits and vegetables do you eat a day? I'll be honest with you. I had a good stew for dinner. So I did have some carrots and potatoes and some beef. But imagine having a drink. Here it is. You know what? You put in a little, you shake it up. For those that don't know how to, man, I'm just telling you, I do it a little different maybe than most. I put, because I'm a little older, I want to get all the effect I can. I put cranberry juice in there. And then I put and so this is a couple with cranberry juice and shook up and ready to go. And you know what? I'll make 2 or 3 and, I put in the refrigerator every morning, every evening. I'm drinking it. Why? Because I want all the things that this product can do. 30 fruits and vegetables, herbs, all those things. Drink it, feel it, share it. So I'll show you a little video. We can kind of give you a little idea where this comes from.
The Amazon rainforest, where nature's secrets abound, these lush green landscapes emerges creation that combines the wisdom of ancient herbs with cutting-edge science. Enter the world of Acai Plus, the full-spectrum whole-body health drink. A compact treasure trove of well-being crafted to accompany you wherever life takes you. It's more than a product. It's a symbol of vitality in your pocket. But what sets Acai Plus apart? Prepare to be amazed. Acai Plus is not just a brand. It's a commitment to providing you with products that support your well-being and health goals. Acai Plus, where nature meets science, ensuring that each Acai Plus product meets the highest standards of quality. This treasure of nutrition is made from the highest quality freeze-dried acai, a testament to our unyielding commitment to excellence. Freeze drying is the secret behind preserving every single super nutrient the acai berry offers, keeping them vibrant, intact, and fully active, locking it.
You know, that we have 34 patents, you know, on a product, and we have a product that's already, we already know what it can do. Imagine, you know, maybe you're only 30 or 40. I can, you know, most of the guys that I know that are 60 and 70 are doing circles around guys that are 40 and 50 because, you know, they're not looking out for themselves. They're not taking care of themselves. And so imagine having a product, 34 patents, 30 fruits and vegetables every day that supplies your body with all you need. And then even, you know, pain relief and all this other stuff on top of it. You should try it if you haven't. I'm just telling you, you know what? Simple little pack like this. You got a little thing you pull apart, you put it in your drink, and you're off and running. And I'm going, you know, to understand the simplicity, you can throw those in a bag and you can take them anywhere. You know, they're just little pixie sticks. And so, you know, and then we've got, man, for the ladies and now the guys, because most of the guys I know want to look better. So, you know, we just brought out Evernova, which is a, you know, new skincare products. And, you know, I mean, think about this, a company that's got everything that you're buying right now. We don't have it yet, but we're working on that. You know, I mean, I'm drinking my coffee that I buy for my Keurig. I buy it for myself. You know, I'm buying my own Skechers shoes, my own pants, my own clothes. Matter of fact, you know, I talked a couple of weeks ago about Alan's got one of the new shirts on, and we got a new hat, and I'm going, man, all those things you should be buying from R3G Team, which is our teaching side of the business, because they make great Christmas gifts. And so that's just a little commercial. All right, back to our product line. You know what? Now we just released the perfect food for the perfect body. And so what's going to happen is as you get started in the business, you're going to get some examples of this as you get started. And you're going to pick out what works for you, whether it's one product or whether it's many products. I mean, I'm using a CBD cream. I take a CBD gummy at night to go to sleep and helps me sleep. And, you know, we got all these products that are super products that I would be buying somewhere else, at CVS, or I'd be buying at Target, or I'd be buying at Walmart. I'm now buying for myself. And so here's a product, 10-in-1 wellness meal. And so how many of y'all know you want to lose some weight? We're not saying it's a weight loss product. That's a meal replacement, but it's got many more aspects to it than just a weight loss and a meal replacement. So does everybody, I go, we can be rich. Why? Because everybody needs to lose weight. Let's get real. You know, I mean, everybody, even, you know, it's funny to me, the skinnier people are, the more they think they need to lose weight. Somebody's 300 pounds thinks they look good. And, you know, I'm not going to say anything different, but I want to stay within reason, you know, where my body weight needs to be. And so, you know, we're just kidding for those that, you know, maybe are watching. This is just my little stash that I keep here in my garage for me. So you realize I don't eat real well. So here's my favorites. You know, this Alan goes, oh, is that for Halloween? I said, no, that's for me. That's mine. And so I just tell you, I don't eat real well. But what's fun about it is I eat whatever I want, and then I take these products, and guess what it does? It shoves it right on through. And so we don't have to worry about, okay, we're putting all the pounds on, but imagine weight loss, cardio health, muscle strength, you know, endurance and recovery. We'll show you a couple things, cholesterol, blood sugar, you know, your brain health, mood and stress levels, immune health, skin and hair. And I know this, that, you know what, I used to get a haircut about every month. Now I'm getting one every 2 weeks because all this stuff is really helping my body generate, again, the things it needs to generate so you feel good, you have some excitement, you have some energy. And so, you know what, let's talk a little bit about one of our brand partners.
Today's world, battle isn't just fought with swords or shields. It's one with resilience, endurance, and the right fuel, power. I'm Kevin Sorbo, and I know what it takes to push the limits. That's why I trust PLPD. It's the ultimate blend of nature's best ingredients to keep you strong, focused, and unstoppable. With 27 essential vitamins and minerals, plus powerful superfood like flaxseed and green tea extract. PFPB doesn't just fuel your body, it fuels your potential. Don't just live life, conquer it. PFPB is the perfect food, the perfect body. Fuel your potential. You know, I spent years playing a hero on screen, but the real strength comes from within. It's not just about lifting heavy weights or battling mythical beasts. It's about giving your body what it needs to be its best every single day. PFPB is more than just a supplement. It's a legacy of health, packed with 27 essential vitamins and minerals designed to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your spirit unstoppable. From one generation to the next, strength endures. Fuel your body and your legacy with PFPB. It's the perfect food for the perfect body. Strength today, that's a legacy for tomorrow.
Man, I like that we've got some people that have some true credibility. You know, here's Kevin Sorbo. You don't know me, but he's done 175 films, and he's in the new film Reagan. And I'm going, here's a guy that could be taking anything. He doesn't need to be doing this, but he loves this product for what it's done for him and what it's doing for those that are using it. And so, and mainly Mark Seaforth. And for those that maybe have been waiting, hey, it's coming out. I think they start shipping this week. Tomorrow night, we'll get the real idea of when it's going to. I heard it's already in the warehouse now in Florida. So you're going to see that coming to your home in the next few days, or at least in the next week. So, we got some great stuff. So you already see, if I don't tell you anything more, we got some incredible products. Imagine you just picked out one product, you liked it, and you were willing to tell somebody else about it, you could become a millionaire. That's what happened in 2005. I got involved with a product called Monavie. It had the acai. Never heard of the acai. I don't know about green tea or any of these other additives. I just knew I wanted to feel better. I wanted more energy. And listen, when you get a little older, there's no reason, to get excited about things unless you have good health. And without good health, I don't care how much money you have, it ain't worth nothing. And so you want to get healthy. You want to stay healthy. And the sooner you start feeding your body the right stuff, the longer you're going to live, unless you get hit by a car. So don't run, because that's a dangerous thing to do. So what is Voyager? Voyager is another part of our business model. It's a portal that allows you to go to different sites. You know what? You can get your hotel savings. I'm leaving on Saturday for I'm going to be gone 15 days. I'm flying to Athens, Greece. I'm getting on a cruise ship, Celebrity Cruise, and I booked a 12 or 13-day cruise in Italy all the way to Spain for less than $4,000 in a spa suite for my wife and I, including all the goodies. And I'm going, who gets to do that? We went through our portal called Voyager. I called somewhere up in, not Hendersonville, Asheville, and they answered there. I said, I'd like to take a cruise, take my wife for her birthday. It's November 3rd. Hey, we have a cruise on November 4th from Italy to Barcelona, 12 days. Let me see how much it costs. I said, they got back to me for it. I said, book that baby. And so that's our portal. And go ahead, go online and see if you can find anywhere near that price you can't. And then when I got done booking it, the lady says, I just want you to know, too, that when you get back within a week or two, we'll be sending you a check for $365 because you booked it through your own business. I'm going, oh, my gosh, this is crazy. So I'm waking up in the morning. I'm drinking my Acai Plus, getting paid. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm getting paid. I'm putting my, some little CBD cream. I'm getting paid. My wife putting on some makeup. We're getting paid. We're buying our own shoes, our own clothes, and we're taking her on vacations, and we're getting paid. We're drinking our Keurig coffee and getting paid. I don't get it. Why isn't everybody excited? Why aren't they doing this? Well, they just don't know what you know. And the problem is we get so excited, sometimes we push people away. So just stay calm. You know what? Let people know a piece at a time. But imagine hotels, cruises, Restaurants, we got something called daily deals in this portal in your area. I'll tell you, hey, you go to Domino's, buy one pizza, get one for free. You can go to Papa John's, get 25% off. This is all in the portal. You can buy your own jeans, buy your own shoes. It's an incredible opportunity for those that understand and have good common sense. I mean, let's tell people what we got and much more, of course. You know what? Health and wellness, beauty and skincare, branded products. And that's just the first. Let's forget about this part. That's just for you. Shop and save. Now, the second part of this business, if you're willing to open your mouth and share it with a few people, there is no limit to how much money you can make. So share and earn is as simple as this. There's 10 ways to earn money. I would tell you that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, you want to get on our call with our corporate entity.
7:45.
Yeah, 7:45. If you're a member, if you're not, just get on at 8. And they're going to go through the 10 ways you can earn the money. And they've done it in a way that is so, I say palatable, but it's just cute. They've done it with a cartoon. And when you're sitting there looking at it, it all makes sense. I mean, imagine 10 ways of making $1. 10 ways to take this business where you're doing one thing and get paid 10 times for doing one thing. That's why the money can be so incredible. You know, I don't know if anybody's ever made any money in networking. All I know, everybody I know has made money in networking, you know, and not just tens and 20s and hundreds and thousands. No, I'm talking about tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars a year. And so, you know, 10 ways of making money. You get on the call tomorrow night, or you go to our website. You know what? Get back with the person behind. They'll show you how to get on there. It is really incredible what they've done to show the plan and to show how the money's made. Now, how do we get started? 3 ways to join. You actually can get in for free, and you just become what we call a smart shopper. You just get in, you start buying for the convenience, kind of like Amazon. Amazon keeps all the money, just like we'll keep all the money if you just want to be a smart shopper. But you have the convenience. That's what Amazon's all about, convenience. But now if you got some good common sense, I might want to get paid for doing that. I might want to get some deals while I'm at it. You can get in like Costco and Sam's and all these other for $9.99 a month. You can get, you know what? You can get max store discounts, a $200 hotel credit. You lock in a position in a matrix that allows you over the next weeks and months and years develop a large team of people that will be shopping through your portal, through your matrix, which can be big. I mean, think about it. Well, I only know one person, but one might know 2, and 2 might know 4, and 4 might know, 16 and 32. And next thing you know, that's how networking works. And so I would recommend, if you're not ready to get in as a premier member, that's okay. Just get started, and then you can go ahead and upgrade down the road. And so what's an upgrade? Well, you get in for $99. Come on. $99. A family of 4 going to a steakhouse spends $99. For $99, you can own your own business. You name it, C&D. Yeah, mine is C&D Enterprises, and or you can use any name you want. Have some fun with it, and then you're gonna buy a product, and you're gonna do a subscription of at least $65 a month, whether that's your fuel pills or gummies or whatever it is. I know that the perfect food for the perfect body after the first year will be a subscription. I'm sure the Acai Plus will be a subscription. And those are just things that, okay, here's what you need to know if you've never done a network. 35, 38 years ago, I asked a guy, I said, what's the key to networking? And he said this, he says, you got to get in a business that has a product that's used and used up and used again. As long as you have a product like that, you're going to make a lot of money. And that's why most of the networks that start with vitamins, or start with skincare. They started with something that's used, Amway, soap powder, used up, and used again. And so imagine we've got all these products that are used up, and used again. Every week you're buying them. So you're buying them once a month, it's your subscription. You help a couple other people see that. They help a couple other people. And we got what we call a 2x2x2. It's a 3x10 matrix, but it's built. You get two, who get two, who get two, and you can get to all the money, by just putting two people in and helping a couple other people do the same. Then down the road, when you put your third person in, you know what? There's some other royalties and some other bonuses that are available. So $99 to get in. Everybody should get in. Why? Because it would make good sense to, and then start using a product. You know what? Many people get in and then they go, okay, well, now I'm in. What do I do now? Well, that's why we're here. R3G team, stop, light, go, a winning combination. You know what? We got a corporation headed by Mark Seaforth that's developing products, getting products to us, building a portal with everything that you're buying now from Amazon, now that we can buy for ourselves. And we've got a whole teaching system that allows you, as you go, to learn what you need to learn, without having to eat the whole elephant at the same time. And so I would recommend that when you get started, if you're on here tonight, go ahead to r3gteam.com and flick a couple buttons so you can get all this stuff available to you. It doesn't cost a thing. How many of y'all know that free is good? $99 to start a business is good. And you're going to spend right now, just imagine, right now you're probably spending everything you make. What are you spending everything you make on? Help me.
Food.
Stuff. And so, yes, the thing that's for $65, oh, well, I'm wondering if I can do this. Forget it. You're spending everything you make right now on stuff. And so plug in, have some fun with us. I want to thank Paul, who's on the other end. I want to thank those who, took the time tonight to get out and give me an opportunity to share with you. Like I said, I'll be off for the next 3 weeks because I'm going to be cruising through our portal. You know what? Voyager. I'm going to be cruising Italy with my honey for her birthday on November 3rd. And so for those that are on there, hey, say a little prayer for us. Say a little prayer for our country. Make sure you get out and vote, because that's the only thing we have that can change our dynamics. And you know what? And then let, God do the rest. That's all I know to do. And so I want to thank you for allowing me to share with you tonight. God bless. Go vote. And let's be back here in 3 weeks. But in the meantime, let's go sponsor some, not just one, two, but let's go sponsor a few folks. Let's see this. God bless. Thank you, Paul.
Charlie.
Yeah, Mr. Big, what's up?
Hey, buddy. Good job, Charlie. Appreciate you, my man.
You got something to share tonight?
Well, just you inspiring me. You go through the program, very simple, for the 30, 40 people that are on and 50, 100 that are watching. Let me just share something with you that, we've always used a little term about happiness, having someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for. This business gives you all of them.
Yes.
Someone to love. Of course, we're Christians. We're non-apologetic, patriotic C4s, Christian, conservative, compassionate, capitalist. We love God and we love each other, so that we got that one down pat. That one's a given.
Yes.
Someone to love, something to do. This gives you all something to do, but I want to tell you something. I just watched 2 documentaries, one on Donald Trump and one on Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what both of them said? And I don't think they collaborated at all, but great minds think alike. Arnold has built like 6 amazing careers from nothing, an immigrant that came here, and he's a billionaire.
Yes.
Donald Trump's a billionaire. He wasn't given it. Donald Trump earned it.
Yes.
What's interesting, they say in your life, what the one piece of advice they give to people to be successful, they say, go and be useful.
Yeah, that's good.
Not busy. See, we use wrong terminology. Busy? Who wants to be busy? I'm busy as I want to be. You know what they both said at the end of their documentaries? Both of them, and I was listening I love learning from these people.
Yeah.
They said, they signed off and said, go and be useful. Donald Trump taught his kids, be useful.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my new kind of go-to. So happiness, someone will have something to do. Do something that's useful. Don't just do something that's being busy. What Charlie showed you was an opportunity. And for, 40, 50 years now in this industry, you can be useful and productive helping other people to see this. We are in the people business.
Yes.
And what Charlie just did, he's going, now go share this. Drink it, feel it, share it. Now we've got other products. But if you don't go and give this away, it's a law, it's a spiritual law, it's a natural law. What you sow, you're going to reap. So you got to share it to get some benefit. So happiness, going back to it, someone to love, something to do. Do something useful, do something productive. And then you know what it gives you when you start this? The third thing, something to hope for. The reason Charlie and Debbie and me and Tom and Alan and all the people on the call and all that, the reason we're doing this, it gives us hope.
Yes.
Something to hope for. Now, folks, I'm just telling you, we're all in different positions. Charlie's a millionaire, multimillionaire. He's managed his wealth properly. He doesn't have to work for a living. He did the Robert Kiyosaki thing. He moved from employee to small business, big business in this industry. And now he's letting money work for him. He doesn't work for money. Now, does he want more money? Yes.
Yes.
I'm in a different position. I have a lot of, now watch this. Compared to the world, I don't have a lot of money. Them sheiks, they make more money in 2 minutes than I've made my whole lifetime.
Yeah.
So, it's all relative. But, here in America, I've heard it said now, and it's changed over the years, that if you ain't got 20 million in cash, you ain't rich. And there's a lot of people, but watch this. That's a wrong terminology. I'm sorry. You're not wealthy. And you aren't. There's no doubt, because money is not worth what it once was.
Right.
A millionaire today is nowhere near what it meant in the 60s and the 70s when I was pursuing this type of a career. But I was a millionaire when $1 million was $1 million. I could buy, Charlie sold my, 19,000 square foot estate he sold it for me. I mean, I paid cash for that thing and paid cash for the airplanes and paid cash for the boats and paid cash for everywhere I went. We were debt free. We don't owe anybody anything. And this business taught us that, because we don't want to be, you don't want to be servant to the lender.
Yes.
You want to be the guy lending. I want to be the bank. So in today's society, once again, I'm in a position, I don't have to do this to buy another home or pay for my groceries. Or there's Lita's phone. The minute I start talking, it goes off. Hang on. Oh, there. She got, somehow that phone went off. Anyway, so here's what I can tell you. I'm in a different position, and so may be a lot of you. But I am always into living a joyful more than happy. Happiness is based on circumstances, which I just gave you. Someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for. I just wake up joyful. Why? Because my trust is in God, just like Charlie says. Regardless who's president, my king is Jesus.
Amen.
And he's still on the throne, and he's looking after us, the remnant. But I'm a U.S. citizen and a patriot, so I have interest. That's why I voted early. I voted for Trump. I think I voted twice now, because the Democrats all vote 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times. So I voted twice. No big deal if they catch me. They'll send me to jail, but they'll give them a book deal and give them a couple $1 million and say, do it again, do it again. It's interesting, just a note. I've been watching all my Christian news sources on R3. Trump's winning by a landslide. It's not even, you'll get a 1%, a 0.01% or 0.1% lead he's got now. It's bull. He's leading 10, 20 points in just about every place. And by the way, he goes to Madison Square Garden and they can't, 40,000 people, and he can't even get the other 40,000 in. Kamala Harris has to ship people in. And if you look at who's behind her, there are a bunch of kids that ain't even 18 that can't vote. And they're just doing whatever they're told to do.
Yes.
She is an and it's not about her and it's not about him. Well, I don't want to stoop to their level and attack them. They're doing a good job destroying themselves.
Yes.
I am a person that's an independent thinker, and that's why I'm a threat to their one world antichrist spirit. We are free enterprisers, and we don't even use the term anymore because it's not taught. I will always use it. Charlie is a free enterpriser. Yes. He has a business of his own that he's building on his own terms, doing it the way he wants to do it for the reasons he wants to do it.
Yes.
I'm doing it on my terms. Is it to pay the rent or buy groceries? No. I want to do something. You move up in status. God says if you're faithful with a little bit, he'll increase you to much. I love giving. I'm telling you, Lita and I sit here talking about let's make more money to give it away. Now, folks, this is just me, but here's my point in telling you this. I am more productive in this business than most of y'all, and I ain't even got to do it. Why are you all sitting back hoping it's going to work? Hope is not a strategy.
Right.
I wrote a book called Why Not You, Why Not Now? And it's as good today as it was the day I wrote it 15, 20 years ago. Listen to me. It has 10 steps in there that if you're not doing them, you're not doing this business, and you'll never experience success or the happiness you want out of life. If you follow those 10 steps and realize, even Donald Trump says, we're going to dream again. This is his new thing. You know how we're going to make America great again. We're going to make it safe again. We're going to make it productive again. He says, we're going to dream again. Amen. And see, the first step in the 10-step pattern is you got to have a dream. So I'm telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm a dreamer.
Yes.
I want something more than what I already have. That's right. Charles, I was just in my $2.7 million bus. I was just in that, and I just closed the deal on my coach house. You know, that's another $1.3 million, $4 million that I paid cash for. I'm building a house at $2 to $3 million. I'm paying cash for. On a piece of property, I paid $1.5 million cash for. I'm building a $500,000 dock to put 3 boats in, a 36-foot, a 27-foot, and another one. And I don't even own them yet. I'm going to buy them too, cash. I got an airplane and here's the deal. I just finished a home. It's going to end up at $3.2 million in Michigan, paid for. I'm starting 2 homes in the Keys that Daniel and I are paying cash for. And watch this. I got to furnish them. I got to pay to keep them up. I got to pay the tax. But guess what? It's all paid for.
Yes.
I don't spend more than I make. Now, Lita and I want more. What's wrong with all of y'all? Don't you want more? There's more out there. And it's not the stuff I want. I want the ability to do what I'm called to do. And I need millions and millions of dollars to do it. What I'm dreaming at, the level I'm dreaming at, that makes me happy, something to do. I want to do great things for this country and other people and all that. And here's what I'm telling you. What Charlie showed you, I sat and watched just like you did as a brand new person, wondering, I wonder if I can do this. And you know what happened? I stepped over the line and said, I believe, hey, Britt, I believe I can.
Yes.
And you know why I tell you, I said, I believe I can? Believing starts with wanting to believe. I wanted to believe I could do what Charlie was saying, because I don't know if he showed you, there's 10 ways of making money. Lita and I right now are diamonds, blue diamonds in this business. We make 20 to 50 grand a month right now. with just the way it is, and it ain't perfect. And I'm calling out people now and saying, what are you waiting for? It is good enough. If it's good enough for one person to go, Charlie's making an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. If he can do that, you can do that.
That's right.
Mick's making an extra 3, 5, 7, 8, and sometimes 10,000 a month. If he can do it, you can do it. If Brian Cromley gets in, less than he's one of the newest guys in the business, already a gold, going ruby, making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. He can do it. You can do it. And you know what you have to do? The 10-step pattern. You have to dream a dream. You have to make a commitment. You have to build a list of people. You have to invite those people to share this concept with them. Now I'm stopping right there. There's another 6 steps. You'll figure it out. But that's what you have to do. We're in the people business. The dream will motivate you to set some goals. The goals and what you look at each day will motivate you, and realize the only way you can get there is helping somebody else. Zig Ziglar, help somebody else to get what they want. Do they want better health physically and financially? Yes. Share acai, share the perfect food, share this opportunity with them. They're going to say one of 3 things: yes now, yes later, or no never. And Charlie was a no never. So don't believe him, because things change. He told me he wasn't going to do this. And look at him. I can't keep him from doing it. He can't help himself. You know why? We're friends. And I pulled the friend card years ago, and I'm still going to pull it. Friends do what friends do. He's doing it. I'm getting the benefit from it. He's benefiting from it. And you all can too. Dream a dream, make some commitments, build that list. And now, 4th thing, what Charlie just said, please share this with other folks. It's getting better. We just did a call today with the team. Folks, this 2x, and by the way, we're going to call it a 2x. It's not 2x10. It's 2x10 to freedom. And you can do that. And last but not least, here's what I'll tell you. And I said this on the last call. I built, and we started with a 3x10. We're moving it into a 2x10 because people felt like, that's a little much, getting 3. Isn't that sad? Thinking you can't get 3 people. Well, you're going to put 20 in, but you got to get at least 2 to 3 to do something.
Yes.
When you build your list of 100, 200 people, you're going to put 20 people, expose them to it. You're really only looking for 2 to 3 legs that do something, and you can go where I went. I put 12 people in the first day, the first couple hours in business, turned to 350 in 30 days, and now it's well over 3,000 people that are buying the product each week in my business, and I'm making 20 to 50 grand a month doing squat. And here's what I can tell you. Every one of you can do you know why I've kind of calmed down? If I'm the only one out there that's going to go out and build this thing, I ain't going to do it.
Amen.
I want to run with somebody. I want to help somebody that really wants to make this happen. And I've got a dozen people that really do. But every one of you listening to me can do this. Why? Folks, people are hurting. If you have noticed, the inflation has eaten up their extra dollars. This is something they can do, and they don't have to go find $10,000 to do it.
Yeah.
For under $1,000, $2,000, you can build a big business. You don't invest that much right away. You have to get your product. You have to get a few tools. You get started. But, you'll invest somewhere $500, $2,000 in the next 90 days if you're serious. So you can do it. We will help. Charlie, I'll let you close it out because you inspired me, my friend. Thank you. Hey, enjoy your trip. Next year, I'm going to go with you.
Amen. Well, we'll find another place to go because it's so cheap. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And by the way, it's Seaforth Marketplace now. It's no longer Stop Like Go. It's powered by Stop Like Go. And that was what you all voted for. And we did too. We believe that more defines the kind of business, this marketplace ministry we're in. This defines the model that we're building. Shop and save, share and earn, U.S. worldwide. So it's Seaforth Marketplace.
Yes. Well, hey, I want to thank you, Brig. And, those are things, iron sharpens iron. And you know what? We all know that there's something that has to be done. We can't just sit here for those that are watching, anybody can do this. All you got to do is go there. You know what? You put this on your phone, you put it on, and you're off and running. You go sit down with somebody, and you look them in the eye. And, I still, I know we joke about Alan and Tom have been here like the last 5 or 6 times I've done the plan. But just to have a couple people that you can look at and you see, and they see they're getting it. See, I can't see your face, you getting it, but I can see theirs, and I'm going, that inspires me. I can't see the 30 or 40 or 50 people that are online, or the 1,000 that are going to watch this maybe in the next week or two. But to see a couple people, that's why I love going to people's homes, sitting down at their kitchen table and letting them sit in their seat where they're comfortable and going through the plan. You don't even have to have this. You can just talk to them. Friends do it all the time. You talk about hunting, you talk about fishing, you talk about golf, you talk about whatever. Do the same with this. Hey, Bob, this is Charlie. I'm coming over. Got something I want to tell you about, something I want to share with you, something I want to do, and I want us to do together. And so I think that simplicity is coming back. I think people are starting to get an idea. We make it a whole lot more difficult. This plan, I'm doing it now in about 25 minutes. It can be done less. I'm trying to just add some personal notes in there, but to be a part of something bigger, that's, why are we still doing this 35 years later? One, we can. 2, we love inspiring other people, and in their success, your success. So if you're not succeeding, you're not helping anybody. And so that's the whole deal. Get back with the person inviting you, say, hey, can I come help you? You got 2 or 3 people. I went to Tom's house. He lived in Orlando, showed him the plan. I lived in South Florida. I lived in Lake City, and we drove a couple of hours, and the whole way we talked, like you're saying, Brig, you inspired me again. What did we do for 2 hours on the road to get to somebody's house? We talked about our dream. We stopped at a Mercedes dealership. We drove through neighborhoods. We dreamed the whole time about what we were going to do when this thing took off, and what we were going to, places we were going to go, where we going to buy our second homes and our third homes. And, in thinking that, I just want you to be praying for the people in North Carolina and people on the West Coast of Florida. In videos, and I had homes in Lake Lure. I had homes on the beach down in Holmes Beach, and 2 years ago, 3 years, I sold everything, and God's protected me, but I still got lots of friends there, and I'm still praying for them that, that everything will be fine, and that we can help them in any way we can. And if we do it monetarily, we can sure do it through our prayers.
That's right.
Them to be able to get the right people and the right, equipment, the right stuff to do what needs to be done. And so thanks for allowing me to share tonight with you. Thank you, Brig and Paul, for coming on and spending a little time. I thank Tom and Alan for being here, and for you for being on the Zoom tonight. God bless, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.
Love you, buddy. See you.
Love you too.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Brig.
See y'all.
Live clean and party righteous.
All right. We're going to be rich.
Amen.
Thanks, Charlie. Thank you, Brig. Have a great trip, Charlie. Be safe.
Thank you much. You guys have a safe time too. Go vote. Make sure